Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Rising up, back on the street, take my time and my turn. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Grind, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Who sings that song? You're not looking at Rocky
Survivor.
3. Survivor.
Yeah,
Sorry, Survivor. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just think of Rocky 3 as the singer of that song. And
of course.
It's not a band. It's a movie. It's the greatest movie of all time after Rocky 4. Where Rocky beat communism. Uncle Buck knows. I got Uncle Buck with me and Jared. How are my fellers?
I have missed you so much, Luke. What's up, Jared?
Oh, what's up, man? Well, Drew can't really say he misses me. This is the first show I think I've done with Drew. I love it.
It's nice seeing your face. It's the second time I've ever seen it and been able to interact with it, with my face.
Right back at you.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah. Basically, excluding comment sections is what I was trying to do.
Yeah, no, 100%.
The face-on-face interaction, I really appreciated the direction that turned, though. I appreciated it. How are you, Jared? Are you good? I know you were. Yeah, I think we're all dealing with. I'm so glad to hear I'm not the only one with the sinuses of like an old man.
No. I'm other than that, I'm good. It's been crazy. I realized I fell asleep a decent time last night, and I woke up around like between 3 and 4, and I was like, okay, I can't breathe and I can't go back to sleep. You know what I'm gonna do? I've done game prep for tonight because Westview has a big. We'll talk about weekend stuff later, but Westview has a big matchup tonight, non-region matchup, which is gonna be fun. So I've been just doing game prep on a Memphis school because they play Lausanne. So it'll be. But yeah, no, that's about what I've been doing for the past
more like Lausanne.
Feel good about that one? Hey, man, it's Friday. Give us a break. It's Friday.
You bring me in for the jokes, okay?
That's why you're
no content.
I love your little Ole Miss. We're gonna talk about Ole Miss later, but you look great. You look so great. I love it. Before we get to the meat and taters of this episode, though, we've got some Grizzlies news we need to talk about.
Boy, do we.
The Grizzlies have signed or traded. I don't know. Apparently, it was I found a trade. There's a trade picture from the Memphis Hustles. I don't know. They're getting Charlie Brown Jr. That's a real person. It's a real person.
I tell you what, it really makes you feel old. You've got, Kenyon Martin Jr., you've got all the juniors around the league from our childhood heroes, LeBron James Jr. and now Charlie Brown Jr.
I mean, I thought this was a joke when I first saw it. And then when you look up Charlie Brown Jr. and he's not the first Charlie Brown Jr. that shows up, then it becomes like an even bigger question. We talked about this on Wednesday, Jared. This.
Hey,
someone's got to get waived. Yeah, what you got?
I Googled Charlie Brown Jr. Yeah. Have you tried this?
Yeah, what did you get? I haven't done it.
A rock and roll band. Charlie Brown Jr.
Yeah, that's the first, which is a good name for a band, but it's also a good name for a person.
A Brazilian rock band.
Oh, yeah, Art knows. Shout out Art. Art gets it. Shout out Art. We talked about this Wednesday, Jared. And I Googled this. The roster it has to be at 21 going into training camp. So someone's getting waived. Yeah. So somebody's getting waived for this signing to happen.
Wait, so it has to be at 21, not 20.
Yep. Okay. And so this brings it to 22.
So this brings it to 22. You still have the two guys that we talked about waiving, like Lovering and someone else.
And Tyler Burton.
That's still one of them's gone probably for Meshack to come in because that's still the big question that comes out of all of this. Where in the world is the Tennessee Volunteer Jemai Meshack? Because it feels like we've got no news about him.
Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty clear at this point. Like he's not he's going to be in Nashville next week. I mean, that's where he will be next week, and he'll be fighting for it. I think that he ends up in the hustle ultimately. I don't think Charlie Brown Jr. or Lovering or Trey Burton, I don't think they're really going to affect it. It's going to be Meshack, and then they also signed
Braxton.
the third J Huff.
Oh yeah.
What was his name?
Braxton Key.
Braxton Key.
Yeah, Braxton Key. Yeah, which is just another. It's just another J Huff. That makes 3, because PJ Hall, also J Huff, and former defensive G League Defensive Player of the Year Braxton Lee, also J Huff.
Braxton.
So
if I had a dime for every time Drew has called him Braxton,
So you don't even know his name. You don't even know his name.
Braxton Lee was a former Ole Miss baseball player who had one of the most key hits in Ole Miss baseball history in 2014, and it just defaults there.
I love that Jared knew exactly what you were talking about. Jared was like, "Yep."
Yeah, all of Ole Miss's great memories are the bane of his existence. So especially in baseball. Yeah.
Well, then the one Ole Miss bad memory is because of Arkansas. So,
well, it's definitely the worst one, not the only bad one though.
Yeah,
the worst one. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, Charlie Brown Jr., I don't know. He's going to be there fighting for a roster spot. You know where you're not going to find Charlie Brown Jr.? You're not going to find him in the ESPN NBA Top 100.
It's a shame.
That's a darn shame. You want to talk about what do they call it? Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. What do you call it when it's oh my God, when you don't get something you were expected to get?
You got snubbed?
That's the word. Oh my God. Oh.
Just a simple 4-letter word.
Oh, jeez. I was like, I know it's simple.
Oh, man.
I was going to say stubed, or I was going to make something up. Snubbed. The biggest snub.
It's your show, bud.
Yeah, I do what I want. It's
all
Friday.
what you want.
The snoobing. Oh, God. Oh, man. Charlie Brown Jr., not a top 100 player, not a top 10 player. The top 10 players on this list, in order, from 1 to 10. Jokic, SGA, Luka, Giannis, Wembanyama, Ant, Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, Jalen Brunson. Jared, what questions do you have about this top 10?
Yeah, because I texted you.
You texted me. You were like, I got questions.
Okay, I gotta go back because for some reason I can't get it pulled up. So the top 10, like you just mentioned it, I guess really the only question is like, are we basing Wembanyama based on potential or what he's already done or is doing? Because like I'm going to preface this by saying I think he is insanely good at the profession he does and deserves to be high in the rankings. He's like I'm not diminishing that fact at all because he's a freak of nature. Anyways, but top 5 already when he's like, now granted he's played great when he's been on the court, but he's missed so much time, and that's where I'm like, are we basing it off potential or what has already been done? And like, I agree that he can be a top 5. I agree that he's a top 5 talent and top 5 just simply because of the frame that he is. 7'4", can shoot the 3, can dribble like, a much bigger Kyrie Irving. It's just one of the things of what are we doing? Is it the big question for me? Is it potential or what's already happened?
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
That's really the only thing I can point at. I'd like to talk about the old heads at the back of the top 10 as well. But the thing for Wemby, when you release something preseason and you're ranking the top players and you do this every single year, I think of this as in right now. Like, we're not projecting. This is what have you done? What have you done to this point? And, like, if I'm picking a team this year, where would that go? So, I thought Wemby was a little high, but if the NBA just decided to reshuffle the deck that is NBA rosters and pull everybody and just have a draft lottery, every team has no players, Wemby would be taking number 1, and it wouldn't even really. They would probably run the pick in. It wouldn't even be like any deliberation. So it's fine. I do get Jared's point, and I'm kind of on Jared's side a little bit on this because it's like, right below him is Anthony Edwards, who's been to 2 consecutive Western Conference Finals appearances, and then behind Edwards are like the all-time greats, Steph, and then LeBron, then KD. I'd have flipped LeBron and KD, but I'm glad they didn't drop them out any further. I mean, I just made a comment. I've just made a case as to why Wemby's probably too high based on what he's done to this point. To this point, you can make an argument that 3 of the 4 best players of all time is 7, 8, and 9 right now, and so and I'm glad Steph Curry is the top of that list because he, in my opinion, is better than the other 2.
Yep.
Currently, yes.
Yes. As of right now, yes. The one thing that did jump out to me is the lack of Americans in the top 5. No, but seriously, there's just you look at the American, with all this talk about like the All-Star game going to be a Team World or versus Team USA. You look at this, and the top 5 players in the NBA, according to ESPN, are all Team World.
That's a starting lineup.
That's a starting lineup. Point
guard. Yeah, you've got your center. You've got 2 centers.
I mean, you start. You play Wemby at 4. Is that
you'd probably put Giannis at the 5 and Wemby at the 4 in that starting 5.
Jokic at the 1. Put Jokic at the 2.
No. Yeah, Jokic.
Put Jokic at the 2.
I just honestly, you know what? Let him run the point. Put SGA at like small forward. Put Luka at the 2. You know what? Why not?
SGA's in the dunker spot on this team.
Joker at the 2 is the best thing in the world. I'm imagining that, and it's my favorite thing.
Well, you go think the last American MVP of this league is James Harden. Was it James Harden or Russell Westbrook? I don't remember. They were back-to-back years.
They were
I think.
close.
So.
I think
it was Harden.
Harden was after Westbrook.
Which is just a shame. Like we're once a proud country, and our latest NBA MVP is freaking James
Harden.
Yeah, back in 2018.
Holy cow!
Yeah, because it was Giannis twice, Jokic twice, SGA, and then Jokic again. And not in this order, but Jokic again.
Embiid is in there too.
Embiid as well. So
man, that's nuts. I mean, it's the rankings aren't nuts, but it's just there's a chance that some of these Americans can hop in there. Ant's got a chance, but I mean, otherwise, Team World might be whooping that tail at the All-Star game.
Yeah. Well, just come on over on these shores one more time, and we'll remind you what happens.
Dang it! 1776 wasn't that long ago. Just the crow.
Some
flies.
of you must forgot.
As the crow flies, it's just yesterday. Speaking of crows and other birds, man, my transitions are on fire today. There was a Thursday night football game last night between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals that I guess
happened.
I was going to say it was a game. It was a game that the Cardinals almost won. I don't know. Kyler Murray scored 14 points in the 4th. They lost on a last-second field goal. I don't know. Me and Jared talked yesterday. We both think the Cardinals are the worst team in this division. This wasn't unexpected for me. Yeah. I'm just glad that I have the Seattle Seahawks defense and they continue to get double-digit points. It's really nice.
The Arizona was just like a laughing stock in the first half of that football game. I turned it off.
Yes.
I mean, it was awful. It was just awful. And even Jonathan Gannon, their coach, they were just like, what's wrong with the offense as they're going into the locker room at halftime? And he was like, I don't know. They turned it on. I was like, oh, my goodness. They tied it with 40 seconds going. I thought for sure this is going to overtime. And to my knowledge, this is the first new age kickoff penalty that decided a football game because he kicked it short of the 20-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the same as kicking it out of bounds. And it allowed Seattle to, 2-3 plays, field goal to win it.
Man, I that's true. I've just the new kickoff rule has been I've just been like it just kind of
weird.
It's weird. I haven't thought about it.
I love it though.
I like it too.
I like it. I like the way it's done, but
weird.
I still don't think a touchback should be quite the 35. I wish.
I do.
I mean,
I do.
It makes drives still so much shorter, in my opinion. I mean, they
they are if you kick a touchback. I want as little touchbacks as possible. If there was no penalty for a touchback, you get it at 25-yard line, who cares? We'll kick it out of the back of the end zone every time. It's boring. Just do away with that play altogether.
I do love the fact that we have gotten an elevated amount, especially this year, because last year we didn't really see it a lot because it was the first year of the new rule. Mm-hmm. But this year we have seen so many more like electrifying kickoffs.
Well, they tweaked the rule again coming into this season. You know, they moved the touchback up 5 more yards to the 35. Yeah, so that's. I mean, I love it. Listen, it's they figured it out through tweaking it, I think, and there's probably still some things you can do to it, but it was the most violent play in sports, and it had to be changed.
Yeah.
And so the non-running start, we've gotten used to it, and I think it works. Yeah. And so then it was still like they were just going to kick it out of the back of the end zone anyways, and so now they upped the penalty enough to where you found the line of where it's punitive or not. Yep. And so now, I mean, we got Deebo Samuel returning kicks for touchdowns. Yeah. We've had several this year. I thoroughly enjoyed that play. And
didn't we? Wasn't the landing zone a little bit bigger last year too?
Don't quote me on that. I just know that they.
I feel like we're seeing more. I feel like we're seeing more penalties of landing zone penalties through the first 3 weeks this year than we did last year.
And then you got guys like what's his name? Johnson, the rookie running back at Pittsburgh.
The one that didn't
that let it bounce and thought that it was that he thought that it was a touchback and it wasn't. It got recovered for a touchdown. And
Seattle
he's yet
Seahawks
to play.
Defense.
He's yet to play another football game, another snap, and I had to drop him off my team this week because of that blunder. I was holding on to him, but
that's Europe. So all you need to know about this game is that the most exciting part was a kickoff to end it, and that's what we're talking about more than anything.
There was really only five exciting minutes, 6 exciting minutes in this ball game, and that was the last 6 minutes.
It's the last 6 minutes, and I turned it off before then. I woke up, I was like, "Oh, it was a close game." That's on me. So we're gonna take a quick break because we have. I ruined my transitions. After all this boring football from last night, we got a lot of really good football this weekend, a lot. I'm really excited. I want to spend a lot of time on that. So we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, it is football time, not just in Tennessee, but just everywhere.
It's football time!
Whoa!
A lot of times I have to hear that.
Yeah, you do.
Are you ready for some football?
Right after this break.
R.I.P. Hank.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
It just shows how fragile an NBA season is. Right? Like I had these conversations with fans all the time, and they say, "Well, we need to go get a backup point guard just in case Ja gets hurt or whatever." And just like Houston, like Russell Westbrook ain't saving your season, bro. Like Fred VanVleet is the guy that you had as your starting point guard. He's a vet point guard, won an NBA championship. I'm not gonna act like he's some type of all NBA player, but he was the guy that you had this season planned around. And that's going to affect this season. Am I saying Houston's going to be ass now? No. But they're not going to be as good as you thought they were going to be coming to the season, man. Guard play, especially point guard play, matters in the NBA. And doing it without having one really on your roster is definitely going to hurt.
Tune in to the Anthony Sain Show Mondays through Fridays at 1 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. We are brought to you by Trilogy Tattoo. You can see them there in the commercial. They are wonderful. We are also brought to you by Grind City Brewing, which I have a graphic, but I didn't formulate it right, so I'm just going to read it. We are live from there this weekend. It is a pretty good schedule this weekend. So on the projector with sound at 11 a.m., it will be Notre Dame at Arkansas. That game will be there. Oh, come on, Jared. It'll be great. At 3:15, Tennessee at Mississippi State. That's going to be good. At 6:30, Bama at UGA. They will also have LSU at Ole Miss on multiple TVs at 2:30. There's going to be $5 beers, $5 for all fans wearing UT or Mississippi State gear during the game.
Yeah, who do you think put that rule together?
It wasn't me, and that means there's only one other candidate, I would imagine.
A little home cooking.
Little home,
Oh yeah.
little home cooking.
a little.
Jared's going to be there. Rusty's going to be there. Guess what games y'all watching?
I was going to say, I will not say who sent me this graphic, but he was just mentioned by Uncle Buck. But yeah, going to start at 5:30 is when the live show is going to start. So come and hang out with everybody. It's going to be great. I might even, I forgot the UT game was this weekend. What am I? I'm working. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's kind of a bye week.
I'm still trying to debate because I have a Tennessee polo and I also have a Mississippi State T-shirt. Which one do I want to wear for $5 beers? I have a lot of teams.
Buddy, if you have any character at all, you'll pay
GBO.
full price.
I don't like either of these things.
You will pay full. I'd pay 50.
I'll pay a premium.
I have a Tennessee polo simply because I work in the state of Tennessee, and also too I had a gift card to a local like men's like shop up here, and they had like the best polo they had was like a orange and white polo, but it didn't have the T on it. It had the dog.
Okay,
So I got Smokey. I just didn't want to get the T.
I tell you, I cannot relate to this conversation at all. I would not wear shirts. Like, I mean, this runs. I'm not telling you I'm right. I'm telling you it's sick.
No,
it's a sickness, but I couldn't do it. Like, I will never make a bet in which the losing end has to wear one of those shirts that you own. Like, I couldn't do it.
Those aren't the only other two teams besides Arkansas I own. I own several different teams because I'm a sports junkie.
Yeah, sounds like a millennial. Sounds like a wave rider.
Wave riders.
No, my mental state's determined too much by a team up in Northwest Arkansas. So.
There we go. That's what it is. God, I lost my train of thought. We're also, I know where I'm at. We are also, put that away. Put that away. Should be Admiral
I got all
Akbar.
kinds of stuff.
Should be Admiral Akbar, and you know it. We are also presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. And if you want to head on over there, we're going to be doing a Week 5 roundup. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh, you fixed it.
Trying to focus it back up.
Yep. The week.
Oh, turns out I'm sober.
The Week 5 roundup of college football. We're going to go through the top 25 games and look at the odds over at FanDuel Sportsbook. So, the first ones that I want to hit on, we got USC at Illinois. Who's favored in this one? You've got USC favored by a lot, minus 245.
Yeah. Well, USC on the road at Champaign is.
Yep. Man, we talked about this. Illinois, I don't know what it is, but after Illinois got destroyed by Indiana, I don't know. People are just out on them. They're just.
Well, I mean, I was going to be out on whichever team lost that game. Yeah, but then they just happened to do it pretty decisively.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I guess that's where these are. I mean, the FanDuel's like just bet on. I mean, would you put money? I mean, Illinois plus 198.
What's the line?
The 6.5.
I take Illinois. USC hadn't played anybody either. I mean, I kind of buy the bounce back at home.
No, I mean that's the number 21 versus the number 23 team. I mean, that's a good bounce back game for them. What about Alabama at Georgia?
Listen, selfishly, I hope Alabama wins because you don't want to be the team that tries to beat the really good team for the second time, you kind of always want to sneak up on them, in my opinion. You know, Ole Miss beat Alabama twice, and it was their only loss of the year, and they won national championship one of those years. And so I don't want to be the second team to try to beat Georgia. I want to be the first. So I hope Georgia's riding this win streak, ups it to 35 games, and ends in October against Ole Miss. That's what I hope happens. But I think that this is virtually a pick'em if it were played on a neutral site. Say if they played this in Jacksonville or Charlotte, it would be a pick'em. I don't really know where I land on this one at all.
The line's 2.5.
Yeah, it's so it's virtually a pick'em.
Yeah,
with the 3 spot. I want Bama to win this game simply because I'm a fan of Ty. I like Ty Simpson. His brother I got to witness and win a state championship. I call his brother now at Westview, but that's it's just so I have a little partial bias to Alabama this year, which words I never thought would come out of my mouth. But I don't know.
You got a T-shirt in your closet?
That's one I will never do.
You never.
That's one I will
see.
No, absolutely not. I will never own an Alabama T-shirt. But it's tough because Georgia always has a good defense. Ty struggled in his first week against Florida State a little bit, but also has bounced back incredibly. This Bama team has bounced back really well. Now, granted, they've played some not so good worthy opponents, but it's one of those things it's on the road. It's his first SEC start on the road. How does he bounce back from that? Because, historically, your first SEC road start is not always a good start.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, either way, it's going to be a good game. Probably all 3 of these games are going to be good. I mean, this one, the other one I want to talk about, we got Oregon at Penn State as the number 6 versus number 3. This is also almost a pick 'em. It's +3. The line's 3.5. Penn State's favored. The money line's -166.
It's a whiteout game, which is what one of the things that they do really well at Penn State. It's not win football games; it's the whiteout. Like that's what they do really well. Listen, James Franklin is 4-20 against top-ranked teams in his career at Penn State. Yeah, he has a 1-in-5 shot at winning this game, and it never holds up. They always lose this game. I don't care how high they get in the rankings. They're 3 by default, in my opinion, because everybody thinks, oh, you've made the semifinals last year. You returned your quarterback. We're going to up it one more level. I don't think Drew Aller's any good. I just don't. And I don't trust James Franklin in this situation. I think Oregon boat races them. And this is how much I don't believe in Drew Aller, is I've made my whole platform all season long about returning quarterbacks. And I'm taking the freshman. Like I'm taking that. I'm taking the first year starter on the road in a whiteout.
I also just think Dan Lanning is a much better coach than James Franklin, in my opinion, because he's proven he can play and win in big games. James Franklin's had how many opportunities in a huge game now?
A lot.
At least 20 at Penn State. He's won 4 of them.
Yeah, dude, it's just. Wait, so is that even a 1-in-20? Is that like a 1-in-4?
No, it's a 1-in-5.
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 It's even
20%.
It's even worse. Golly, man. I just watch. This will be the game where Penn State actually, ekes out a 1 or 2 point big time win, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, they can finally win the big game just for them to play like in Ohio State later in the year in like the Big Ten championship game.
Well, this happened last year where they had a really close loss.
Who was it?
It was either to Oregon or Ohio State. I can't remember which one. And then they played them again in the championship game and just got boat raced.
Yep.
It was Ohio State.
Maybe.
I'm going to read you Drew Aller's stats. So 57 of 88 for 626 yards, 65% completion percentage. He's only averaging 7 yards per attempt. He's got 4 touchdowns, 1 sack. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. This is not superstar numbers. This is game manager stuff here.
That's like 120 yards a game.
Yeah, now they've played 3 games they've had a bye week.
Oh, okay.
And so It's a little over 200 yards a game. But I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of Missouri this year. And the reason why I was high on them coming into the season was because I thought the backup quarterback as a freshman when Ole Miss played them 2 years ago, Bo Pribula, I thought he was better than Drew Aller then, and he transferred to Missouri. He's been amazing. Drew Aller's just still Drew Aller, the same guy, maybe marginally better, he got a cost of living raise in his talent a little bit every year, but he is not a superstar. He does not belong at the top list of quarterbacks in the college football.
You look at in ranked games last year, including the playoffs for Drew Aller. You look at it, against Illinois last year, 135 passing yards. Against Ohio State, 146 passing yards. Against Oregon in the championship game, that's who it was, 226, and they lost by 8. SMU 127, Boise State 171, Notre Dame 135.
Nope.
Those aren't
perennial
quarterback
numbers.
Mean,
for a guy named Drew, he's not doing me proud. I'm short. He comes up short.
There you go. Well, so who's going to do you proud? You set this transition up for me. The last game, Ole Miss or LSU at Ole Miss, Uncle Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Will they do you proud? Right now, man, this is a 1.5. The line's 1.5.
I think it may have come. I can't remember. It opened up as LSU being a road favorite, and it crossed 0.
They're minus 118. They are favored.
So, but Ole Miss is minus 1.5, right?
Yeah, Ole Miss is minus 1.5. Yeah. The minus 118 to flat out win. LSU's minus 102 to flat out win.
All right, so Ole Miss, they're doing this right. Okay, I don't know if you remember. Listen, I don't watch much news, but the viral news that happens, I get a kick out of because it comes into social media and stuff, and it's because of jokes, not because I'm following what Trump and Putin do. Yeah. I don't know if you remember when Trump and Putin had their little powwow in Alaska a month or so ago, and as they're getting off the planes to meet, shake each other's hands, over comes a B-2 stealth bomber with fighter jets on either side of them, and it was just this mess with me if you want kind of thing. That's the way I took it. Ole Miss is flying over the stadium tomorrow, a B-2 bomber to start this game at kickoff. And we're just come on. We're swelling up. We're just just come on. This game needs no extra hype. We hate LSU. I hate LSU. My grandparents hate LSU because it all goes back to the old people in the Ole Miss fan base hate LSU more than Mississippi State. Because of the Billy Cannon crap, the punt return against Archie kept him out of a national championship game. It goes back a long way with the older generation of Ole Miss fans. And then the Dan Mullen, Hugh Freeze rivalry really took the Egg Bowl for younger fans and put Mississippi State above LSU. But it's really split between the fan base. About the game, Ole Miss is going to start Trinidad Chambliss. I think that he's going to play the whole game. I think Austin Simmons, if he dresses, he will be purely a backup. You're not going to see any packages with him. You're going to get Trinidad Chambliss for at least one more week going into a bye week. And I think that's a good thing because you're running the same thing you ran the last 2 weeks now. It's consistent at this point. And if you want to make a change, you do it over the bye week to go back to the original starter. LSU sucks at running the ball. Ole Miss sucks at defending the run. I think that washes and that works out because I think LSU's defense is the best defense that Ole Miss will face this year. But I think even at LSU's best defense, I don't know. I feel like Ole Miss, even if they struggle, they can be balanced because LSU can't really stop the run either. They're more of the back end. Their secondary is probably their strength. And with a guy like Trinidad Chambliss, you have so many options because he's so dynamic. And he's not a good runner and an okay passer. He's really good at both. Probably not elite at both. He's not Lamar Jackson. But, he's a really, really good runner. And he's a pretty good thrower. And so I think Ole Miss wins. I think Ole Miss covers. It's very possible this game is 51-50 again. that Jaden Daniels game that Ole Miss won the last time LSU came to Oxford was just an absolute circus. I can see that happening again.
The over-under is 56.5.
See, that actually seems a little low to me.
Yeah.
I know LSU's defense is good, and Ole Miss's defense is figuring it out. They've not been as good as we thought they were going to be, but I think they're figuring it out. I'm just here. I think it's going to be points. That's what history tells us. Recent history tells us in the Lane and Brian Kelly era here that we're in, I guess, year 3 between those two. It's been lots of points. So I would take the over, and I've backed off of my excitement from LSU after their week 1 win against Clemson. Because Clemson's now 1-3.
Yeah.
And then Florida gave them 5 turnovers in their home stadium at night that they kind of treat like a temple. It's like a sanctuary, the way that they talk about Death Valley at night. Florida gave them 5 turnovers, and they scored 10 points on offense. Something's not right. If they figure it out, I'll believe in them then, because all the tools are there, all the toys are there, but they haven't yet. And so I think Ole Miss wins.
Who do you think wins, Jared? Who you got?
Oh man, this is a game where it's played is who I'm taking with how close I'm thinking it's going to be. Listen, I have been thoroughly impressed with Trinidad Chambliss since he has taken over the starting role for right now. He's got a little over 60. He's like 66% completion percentage, 4 passing touchdowns right now. Like Drew said, run game for Ole Miss hasn't been great, but the run defense for LSU has been really good. And if you look at Harold Perkins and that linebacker core, that's where they excel, is stopping the run. Where they don't excel is stopping the pass. Because Harold Perkins allows 90% of his targets at him to be completed. So I think
it's a disservice that they're having him in coverage at all.
Yeah, it is a disservice that they're having him in coverage at all. But it's player malpractice.
90%.
Yes. Yeah. I ran into LSU.
I think he's lost a step too. He's coming off of an ACL injury.
You usually lose a step when you're coming off an injury like that. But also too, I've ran into a couple crazy stats because I found my way onto the side of the internet where Ole Miss and LSU fans are going at it on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah.
And so, I saw that. It's one of those things where, like, I think Ole Miss, if they can get Perkins dropped back into coverage, I believe they can, kill you over the middle of the passing game. And like I said, I'm picking the home team no matter what in this game. So it's Ole Miss. I just think it's going to be really close. It's going to be another insanely fun game, like Drew mentioned. Glad I'm not a fan of either one of these teams, that I can enjoy a high-scoring football game. Drew, I know the heart rate's going to be pumping a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, my heart rate gets up against everybody, especially so against LSU. I would love to see them put Harold Perkins on a tight end, because Ole Miss has got a couple good tight ends. But I think that Ole Miss wins, and I really was high on LSU coming to this year. Again, the theme is returning quarterbacks for me. Mm-hmm. I'm high on Garrett Nussmeier, but you can't ask Garrett Nussmeier to be Joe Burrow.
No,
like, he is limited. You've got to have a running game around him. Their running backs and offensive line have been awful, and Gus Nussmeier, Garrett Nussmeier is sometimes I call him Nuss, and sometimes I call him Garrett Nussmeier, and so that turned into Gus Nussmeier.
Nuss.
So Nussmeier, he needs some help around him. You've got to have a really good offensive system, and their running game has been really bad. Ole Miss has been pretty good, so I just think Ole Miss has an opportunity to be more balanced on offense.
And Nuss is still, that report came out right before the season started that Nuss is battling that, like, patellar tendonitis or whatever it was, which is probably still kind of, I had to imagine, plaguing him throughout practice weeks.
I think he's got a shoulder thing too.
Yeah, and so like he's been kind of injury prone as well, and so it's going to be one of those tough things.
Man, so all right, I'm just, this is a great slate of football, and if I want to, sticking with this game specifically, it's time for the daily dose of It's a Trap, presented by FanDuel. This is for Drew. I'm going to give it to Drew, just because it's Ole Miss. I want to see if he can get it. The name of the game is It's a Trap, named after Admiral Akbar, almost mascot of Ole Miss. I will never, ever forget that. And I will give 3 bets. He has to tell me which one's a trap. Here is the topic. The LSU Ole Miss game, the first scoring play. So who will score first?
Right.
What will it be? Will it be Ole Miss touchdown plus 135, an LSU touchdown plus 185, or an Ole Miss field goal plus 500?
Okay. I do think it's going to I think about this most likely. So most likely I would say would be an Ole Miss score because Lane likes to get the ball first. I don't know what Brian Kelly's thought is on that, like whether if he has a particular school of thought, whether he always gets it or if he always defers. I don't know. I could see these being the touchdown and the field goal for Ole Miss. I feel like it could be pretty even. A lot of times you can get bogged down. I will say that the LSU touchdown's a trap.
Oh, you should have gone with your gut. I got you. It's a field goal. Yeah. So Ole Miss, both those touchdown odds are right. The Ole Miss odds are actually higher. You were right. You had it right. Like they think Ole Miss is going to score first.
Yeah.
I got you, brother. Hey, I find I don't get a lot. Let me have this. Before we get out of here, it is time for the weekend outlook where we talk about what is going on this weekend. Let's start with you, Jared. Are you calling the game tonight? What do you got going on?
Yeah. So Westview, for the first time in a month, finally plays back at home.
Yeah.
I've been on the road for the last 4 weeks. I've gone to the likes of Adamsville, Lewisburg, Tennessee.
What up?
Yeah, Lewisburg, Tennessee.
Lewisburg, that's the Minutemen, right? Isn't that no Lewisburg? I'm thinking
Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, I was going to say Lewisburg.
Yeah, Lewisburg's the team that played Ripley. They're awful.
Oh no! We didn't play Lewisburg, Mississippi. We played Lewisburg. We played Marshall County, Tennessee. That is in Lewisburg, Tennessee.
Well, this is stupid.
Yeah, it's like 2.
Why are there?
Yeah, exactly. It's like 2 hours.
Neighboring states should not share names.
It's like 2 hours south of Nashville.
You know what's crazy? I'm hijacking this. Sorry, Jackson, Mississippi. The capital of Mississippi is Jackson.
Yep.
It is in Madison County, Mississippi.
Yep.
Jackson, Tennessee is in Madison County, Tennessee. Yep. Like, why in the world does this happen? How do you let this happen?
How do you let this happen, Jared?
A lot of copy and pasting. But yeah, and then they were in Obion County, Troy, Tennessee, which is like 20 minutes, and then last week they were down in Selmer. Are they
going to win tonight?
It's going to be close, in my opinion. I think they do win, but Lausanne is a young team that has played a tough schedule. Last week they played Germantown, who is number 1 in the Dandy Dozen in Memphis, and it was like 40-35. They lost. So it's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be good, but I think Westview wins their last non-region game before they get into the thick end of the season district region schedule. So yeah, I think it'll be a good one tomorrow. Gonna rest in the morning, and then Amy and I are headed down to Grind City Brewing. I'm doing the show with Rusty at 5:30, to where I'll probably get to talk about Arkansas losing again, because that's the normal up in Northwest Arkansas.
As long as you don't fumble on the last possession.
Drew, if we fumble for the 3rd straight week on the last possession, anyways,
I just text a friend of mine who's a big Razorback fan. When it happened, and I try to be pretty measured, like they are friends, and if they take it hard just like I do, so I try not to like rub it in. But all I could say in the moment was, "Oh my goodness, you did it again!" And he didn't take it well.
Yeah,
he didn't take it well.
And then,
I'm putting it out there. It's not going to happen, Jared. You're going to have a great time at Grind City Brewing. I'm manifesting it.
And then, it's always a great time there, no matter if my team, decides to choke it away at the last minute. But no, and then Sunday is going to be a relaxing day. Amy comes back in town tonight from a teaching conference out in Gatlinburg. So
Whiskey will be happy.
Whiskey will be very happy, and he will stop bugging me under the table like he is right now.
Whiskey under the table. That sounds like a country song right there.
Don't give that away for free, Drew. Don't give that idea away for free.
Drew, go get like a little bluegrass band together and make that your first song.
I know you play bass, Drew. I know you play bass. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, that's my weekend.
How about you? What are you doing?
I'm going to Boonville, Mississippi to call a high school football game.
Yeah.
Ripley's going to take on Boonville. This is one of the more fun ones I'm looking forward to. We're going and we're playing at the and Jared knows what I'm talking about. Of course, he's calling like high level, like high division classification football. So you probably have really good press box situations.
Okay, well, I call 3A football.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
okay.
But
never mind
that. Westview does play at UTM for their home games because so I do get good press boxes when I'm at home.
Yeah.
When I'm on the road, that's a completely different story.
So we are playing at Northeast Mississippi Community College. And so you've got both teams have their own press box with all glass, and you're not sharing it, and it's not about to fall down. So that's what I'm looking for. And I think it's going to be a good football game tonight. So I'm doing that. I've got travel ball tomorrow with my son, which is just a big pain in my tail because Ole Miss and LSU is playing at 2:30. Great weekend of football. Even the Ryder Cup. I had the Ryder Cup on this morning.
Yeah.
And I've got to play. I got to go watch 9-year-old baseball right in the middle of the day. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it. And then we may cook out with some friends afterwards for the late game. It's always a crapshoot with a late game when your team plays early.
Yeah.
Because I could be totally not in the mood to even watch football. You know, it's great when your team plays the early game and wins. Then it's the best day of football ever. And so we'll see. It could be catastrophic. So we'll see.
Oh, I love it. Man, this is a great weekend for football. I'm going to watch the Vols hopefully beat Mississippi State. Fingers crossed. I don't know. It's going to be a good weekend. And we got fall coming up, training camps next week. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. I feel I'm putting my hands around your guys' shoulders. You just can't see because my arms are cut off. There we go. We won't be back tomorrow because it's Friday. $2 will be on today at 11. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I got to get my one of these
open your mouth.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Remember to be a little weird. And remember to smile. Bye, everybody. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.